the room, sized up the situation with a grin, and took the squirming Jessica Lynn from Jeanette. "How's my favorite girl?" he asked, tossing the toddler into the air, then planting a loud kiss on her cheek that had Jessica Lynn squealing with delight. "I thought I was your favorite girl," Maddie grumbled with feigned annoyance. Seemingly oblivious to his wife's mussed hair, lack of makeup, and formula-splotched blouse, Cal set the 2-year-old down and then leaned down to give Maddie a long, lingering kiss. "You are my favorite woman," he told Maddie, "and that is much, much better." Jeanette watched enviously as Maddie touched his cheek in response, and their eyes locked. It was as if the two of them were alone in the room. Dana Sue and Ronnie Sullivan, and Helen Decatur and Eric Whitney, were equally smitten. Never in her 32 years had Jeanette experienced anything like the love these couples shared. It was little wonder that Jeanette almost sighed aloud with longing whenever she was around any of them. In fact, their happiness was almost enough to convince her to give relationships another try. She'd been out of action for 3 years now, ever since she'd dumped the guy who'd resented her commitment to the corner spa. With Cal, Ronnie, and Eric all devoted to their wives and supportive of their careers, Jeanette knew it was possible to find a man like that. She simply hadn't been that lucky yet. Finally, her cheeks pink, Maddie tore her gaze away from her husband. "Nice save, Coach Maddox," she said, referring to Cal's role as the high school's baseball coach and her son's one-time mentor. "Now, would you get these 2 little munchkins out of here so I can have an intelligent conversation with Jeanette?" "Sure thing," Cal said, putting baby Cole in his stroller and then hefting Jessica Lynn back into his arms. "Want me to pick up something from Sullivan's for dinner?" Maddie nodded. "I've already called. Dana Sue will have a takeout order waiting for you. Just park in the alley and poke your head in the kitchen. She or Eric will bring it out." "Got it," Cal said, grinning as he gave her a mock salute. "See you later. Have a good evening, Jeanette. Don't let her talk you into anything." "Hush," Maddie ordered, giving him a stern look, then shooing him out of the office. Jeanette regarded Maddie suspiciously when she shut the door behind her husband. "What are you planning to talk me into?" "Oh, don't listen to him," Maddie said, though her expression remained vaguely guilty. "It's no big deal." Which meant it was, Jeanette concluded. She knew Maddie pretty well after working with her to get the business opened. Now it ran like a well-oiled machine, thanks in no small measure to Maddie's ability to minimize the difficulty of the assignments she was handing out to the staff. She could sweet-talk with the best of the Southern belles. Jeanette had learned to be wary of that dismissive tone. "Talk," Jeanette ordered. "Now that I think about it, it's too nice to stay inside. Why don't we get a couple of glasses of sweet tea and talk on the patio?" Maddie suggested, already striding out of the office and straight for the little cafe that was part of the spa. Jeanette trailed along behind, the knot of dread back in her stomach. After they were seated in the shade of a giant pin oak, which blocked most of the rays of the setting sun, Maddie took a long sip of her tea, sighed with contentment, then gave Jeanette a bright smile that seemed a little forced. "How's business?" Jeanette almost laughed aloud. "You probably know the answer to that better than I do. Come on, Maddie, just spill it. What's on your mind?" Maddie set her tea carefully on the table and leaned forward, her expression earnest. "You know I pretty much have my hands full lately, right?" "Of course I do," Jeanette said. No sooner were the words out of her mouth than real alarm set in. "You're not quitting, are you?" "Heavens, no," Maddie said.